Good morning. Today Wednesday, 30th of September 2015. Paper highlights read by Christina Arul Selvam. First, let's look at the paper highlight of Daily Mirror. Peddling heroin, husband-wife stands to death. Case proved beyond doubt. A husband and wife residing in Talahena in Malambe were yesterday sentenced to death after being found guilty of charge of peddling 22.9 gram of heroin at Talahena in Malambe. Colombo High Court Judge Preeti Padman Surasena said the case, in which the two accused Inoka Hansamali and Jacob Victor Richard stood indicted on May 15, 2010 on charges of drug peddling, was proved beyond the responsible doubt. Senior State Counsel Suharsha Herath prosecuted, while Counsel Gayan Pereira and Prabha Pereira defended at accused. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror. Daham replies. Daham Sirisena, a son of President Maithripala Sirisena, referring on his inclusion in Sri Lanka delegation to the UN, asked on Monday how his attendance could have negative effect on the country. Posting a Facebook note, he asked, "How could my attendance be negative effect to the country? How could my attendance be downfall to the country? I urge you all not compare me and my family with the past regimes, as we are far different from them." Another news highlight from Daily Mirror. Kusal cleared but Doosra banned. Tharinder Kusal has been cleared to bowl his stock of break delivered, but will not allow to continue bowling his Doosra, the International Cricket Council announced yesterday. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror. LG election as scheduled. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said yesterday the local government election would be held in March next year as scheduled. He told the National Management Seminar that the government had no intention of postponing the election and that the various political parties could contest this election on their own. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror. Rajitha wants to tax salt, sugar, coconut oil. Taxes on salt, sugar and coconut oil should be increased to limit their consumption because they are known to cause their heart ailments, said Health Minister Rajitha Senaratne yesterday. Another news highlight. Defeated ex-minister attempting to grab my seat. Galle District UPFA MP Geeta Kumarasinghe said yesterday the dual citizenship allegation was conspiracy hatched by the former minister who was defeated in the general election in an effort to enter the parliament. Now let's move to the paper highlights of Daily News. Sri Lanka reiterates continued commitment on UN peacekeeping. The world today is a suffer place because of the brave UN peacekeepers. On this occasion, let us remember and pay tribute hundreds of peacekeepers and staff who sacrificed their life in the line of duty over these years. Let us also reorganize the commend their achievements, President Maithripala Sirisena said. He was speaking at the Leaders Summit on Peacekeeping at the United Nations on Monday. Current contribution by Sri Lanka to UN peacekeeping stand at 529, including troops, military observers and civilian police, he said. Another news highlight from Daily News. US accept credible domestic process. US Secretary of the State John Kerry stated the United States will support the credible domestic process in justice and reconciliation in Sri Lanka, one that led and owned by the Sri Lankan people, to conduct in cooperation with the UN and with international support. The US Embassy in Colombo stated that Kerry had said the above when he met President Maithripala Sirisena in New York. Secretary Kerry had also commended the bold steps taken by the new Sri Lankan government to restore domestic freedom at home and renew its engagement with the United Nations and other key partners abroad. Another news highlight from Daily News. Mother of two knocked down and killed by van. A 35-year-old woman died in a van knocked her down opposite her home at Vevita Yatiyana in Bandaragama yesterday. The victim, identified as Urgodage Lakshmi Rasangika, a mother of two, was resident of Vevita Yatiyana and worked as a staff assistant at the primary school at Vaskadua Kalutara. Van travelling from the Bandaragama to Kalutara knocked down Rasangika while she was waiting for a bus at the bus stop opposite her house. It then crashed into the motorcycle, it hit a tree. Another news highlight from Daily News. ITN issue. Susil to appear before Presidential Commission of Inquiry. Former UPFA General Secretary Susil Premajayantha was informed yesterday to appear at the Presidential Commission of Inquiry to investigate and inquire into serious act of fraud, corruption and abuse of power. Another news highlight from Daily News: Prageeth Egnaligoda case. Appeal court issue notice on IGP, CID Director, 5 others. The Court of Appeal yesterday issued notice of 7 persons including General of Police and the Criminal Investigation Department Director to appear before the court on October 9th. Another news highlight from Daily News: Kotagahathanna killing. CID takes over probe. Investigation into killing of 48-year-old woman in Kahawatta, Kotagahathanna has been handed over to the Criminal Investigation Department by IGP K.N. Ilangakode, the police media unit said. The victim, identified as Nathan Papu, a mother of 2, was resident in Opta Estate Division. Now let's move to the paper highlights from Ceylon today. Saya murder suspect, Forsec report out soon. The official attached to the Genetic Research Institute stated that the forensic examination into the samples taken from the 2 suspects who were arrested and remanded under suspicion of the murder and rape of 5-year-old Saya Sandevmi will be finalized soon. Another news highlight from Ceylon today: US Lanka signed MOU. The United States and Sri Lanka yesterday agreed to implement as $2.6 million program to enhance the capabilities of Sri Lanka Criminal Justice Authority to investigate the prosecute complex crimes and improve delivery of justice for all citizens. A fair and equitable justice system goes to the heart of any democracy, said US Ambassador Atul Kashif. Another news highlight from Ceylon today: All Island power failure probe. System control lips. As the system control center at Dematagoda Ceylon Electricity Board had not been preconditioned to carry out technical adjustment in unusual day when damage for the electricity drops at the very low level, senior engineer of the CEB told Ceylon today. It could have resulted in All Island power cut on Sunday night. He said that the power outage began with the power being received via 3rd stage of the Noraichole power station, stopping abruptly at 11:55 at night, which had been added to the national grid of provide the national electricity requirement last Sunday night. We brought you the paper highlights of today's newspaper. We will bring you more tomorrow.